Hey y'all, what's up? It's Raque and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to actually be a makeup or product review of the new Maybelline, what's the official name y'all? Maybelline Master Camo Color Correcting Kit. So if you guys want to see my review on it and how I actually use it, just keep on watching. I've never even color corrected until I bought this. I've always wanted to color correct, but I could never find a drugstore tone or just a tone as orange as the one that's in this palette, so that is the reason why I bought it. And I saw the commercial, made it look extra fancy, so that's why I got it. So the commercial made it look extra fancy, and then I got it and it's this big. Y'all, I don't know why I thought it was about as big as like a makeup Morphe palette or some eyeshadow palettes, but it's this big. So this is not that big. It's not as big as I thought it was gonna be. And it was $10, and I just got it from Walmart or Target. I got it from Target, yeah. So what comes in it are color correcting shades for darker skin. So I got it in the deepest shade that is for my skin tone. There are two other palettes that's for fair skin, but what comes in it is 2 correcting shades, 2 concealers, and 2 highlighters. All of them are cream based, so they're not a powder or not liquidy. Well, cream is a liquid. It's cream based. Okay, so first I'll just say my expectations of it. I expected it to cover up my dark circles whenever I stay up late studying, or any type of acne scars after I had pimples that healed and just left black marks, because I do have a few of them on my forehead and my cheek area. So that's what I expected it to do. I didn't even know it was concealer and highlighter in here, so I'm also expecting the concealer to help with the concealage of those dark pigmentation marks. So that is my initial expectations of it. So now I guess what I'm just gonna do is show how I would use it for, like, I guess I'll just do a quick little everyday makeup routine. So I'm gonna show you how I would use this palette, and we're gonna see if it can live up to my expectations. So let's go. Excuse me. So I'm just gonna fast forward me priming my face, and then we'll get on to the color correcting. So first I'm gonna start off by priming my face with just this Maybelline Baby Skin Face Primer. Okay, so I have the primer all on my face. I'm just gonna let it absorb, and I'm gonna show y'all which colors I'm gonna be using. So I'm gonna actually use the little brush that comes inside of the palette. So little, but this is the brush. I'm expecting this one to be the concealer and the correction brush, and this one to be the highlighting brush. But I'm gonna use the darkest shade that it has, the orange, because what I've researched, that's the color for my skin tone that I should correct with. I did use this throughout the week, but I'll talk about that at the end of this demo. So I'm gonna use the orange. I guess I could use the peachy shade too. I'll use the orange shade on a few of them and the peachy shades on the rest of them. So we'll do it like that, just so we can see what both shades can do. Obviously my eyebrows were already done before doing this. Color correct, you don't want to use the corrector like it's a concealer. So as y'all can see, I'm putting it underneath my eyes because I have a few dark circles. I'm not doing the whole triangle and highlighting with it, because I'm just trying to correct the dark spots of my face so it can just be an even tone. So I said that I'm going to use the brush, but I honestly prefer using my fingers to blend it all in, but I'll use the brush for the lighter tone now. What is that gonna correct? I'm keeping the orange, y'all. I'm keeping the orange. Taking my finger and blending it into my skin. Just trying to blend it out so it can look even. I really feel like this corrector is like sliding around my face because of the primer. So I don't know if it's because I'm using primer first, or is it because of the formula of it, but I don't like it. I really don't. I'm having to go in more than once for the spots. So it takes a lot to really blur it out, I guess would be the word. Okay, so we have corrected this blemish that is on my forehead. Let me blend it in some more. We've corrected my under eyes and a few blemishes around my mouth, chin, and cheek area. So now I'm just going to go in with my foundation. We're going to just fast forward through that because this is not a foundation routine. And then we'll just see what the concealer can do for me. So let's go. Do y'all think it's smart that I use a Maybelline foundation with a Maybelline product? I thought maybe that would help it work better if it's all from the same brand. So that's really why I'm using Maybelline foundation, and also because I haven't bought new foundation, so I'll just throw that in there. Alright guys, so I have finished doing my foundation, and I'd say it pretty much covered up the dark marks on my face. I don't know if it's because I use a Maybelline foundation. I don't really know if it would do the same with any other foundation that I may use, but for the most part pretty much covered up everything. The only one that I can still really see, and that's just because I have extra bright lights on right now, is the one that's on my forehead, which I did use a lot of corrector on top of it, but for the most part everything is pretty much covered up. So now we're gonna really see if it can conceal my bags as well, because although we did correct the under eyes, I want to also conceal it to just make everything one nice face. So let's just go ahead and use the concealer, and I want to use, I really think the bottom one is the one that'll work best for my shade. I feel like the top one would pretty much highlight and probably wash me out, so I'm going to use the bottom concealer. So let's just do that. I'm also going to fast forward that as well. I don't want to use the same brush or whatever for the concealer. I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to use mine. Same color as my face, so we might need to go lighter. Let's see what the top one does. It's lighter, but I'm not really sure which one I like. I honestly like this one better. This one's really light. I'm just gonna cover it up. It washes out. Should I like balance it and put a little bit of the light concealer on that side too, so I don't look stupid? I think that's what I'm gonna do because I'm doing it. Alright guys, so I'm actually really impressed with this concealer, especially underneath my eyes. Y'all probably saw me, I don't know if I said it or not, but this one on this eye that I used first was basically my skin tone, and this one was lighter, so I just combined it to kind of get a feel for both of them, and I really like it. Like, it looks concealed to me. With these lights I still see my blemishes, but I can't really tell from y'all's perspective if y'all can see anything, so I'm just gonna ask my friends. Do I look concealed? Do I look corrected? Oh, good. Other friend? Yeah. Okay. So my friends say that I look blended in. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to take the highlight shades, and I'm just gonna put on a little bit of, well, I'm gonna contour a little bit just so I can see if the concealer underneath my chin really pops. And I'm gonna take the bottom highlight shade, to just highlight my cheekbones, nose, you know, the works. And I'll put on a little bit of mascara, and I'll probably take the top highlight shade and just put in my tear ducts. So let's do that. Since they are a cream shadow, or not cream shadow, cream highlight, cream shades basically, I'm going to do this with my fingers just because I feel like it'll blend it in better, and just because I want to do it with my fingers. So let's do that. I'm gonna swatch it because swatching highlights is the funnest thing ever. Very golden. It looks nice. It's pretty. It's not just like super pigmented, but I mean, it's cool. I can work with it. So let's see what it can do. I'm really just gonna do one side because it's gonna be the same on both sides, but this is the highlight. When I was putting it on, like, I don't know if you read my lips, but I'm like, okay, it's popping. But as I continue to blend it out with the brush, it's kind of faded. So this highlighter is subpar. Like, it ain't, you know, gilded honey or, you know, the works or whatever. So it's buildable. I'm gonna go in one more time because I really want to see if I can get it to its max potential, like what it's looking like in the palette. So let's try this again. Well, maybe it's because I used the brush to blend it in. Maybe the brush kind of took up some of it. I gotta blend it, y'all. I can't just use my finger. I'm not impressed with it, which I knew from the get-go, but like I said, I'll talk about that once I'm done doing my makeup. But I thought maybe I give it another chance and it would work, but y'all, it just keeps fading, and it really might just be because I'm using the brush to blend it in, but I feel like that's the only way I can really see its full potential. But I mean, it's cool or whatever. I think what they were trying to go for the bottom highlight shade is if you're trying to pop, but even it ain't really popping. And I think the top highlighting shade is if you want that natural looking like shimmer or shine, because you know, as black girls, we lit. So I guess they really wanted to enhance that natural litness. Alright guys, so I had to throw on a lip color just so I can look all put together, but that highlighter thing kind of done downed my mood. I'm gonna start off with what I liked about it. So the color correcting, let's start with that. I like it, y'all. For my first color correcting experience, yes, my cherry has been popped for color correcting. I like it. I think it really did a nice job hiding my dark spots. I keep looking in the mirror as I talk to y'all because I'm really trying to make sure that I am honest about this. I really think it hid my dark spots well. The only thing that didn't hide well was just this one up there, but that's just because maybe life is gonna have to heal it and not a makeup palette, so that's not its fault. But I think it did a good job. The concealer, I think, blended nicely, but that's maybe because I mixed the two colors instead of just taking one or the other. So I really do like the concealer. Also, just might be because I use Maybelline products throughout the whole thing instead of one brand and the other. Now I gotta go back to this highlight. Y'all, this highlighter has disappointed me. Like, I got the light shining on it and I'm looking in the mirror and it kind of looked like it's popping, but it ain't really popping like it's supposed to be, like I would expect it to be. Like, I expected me to color correct, to conceal, and then my highlighter, like, oh, but it didn't do that. I even put the highlighter in my inner tear ducts and I don't even feel awake. My eyes don't look bigger like highlighter there is supposed to do, so it didn't really do much for me, but it's pretty when I swatched it. So I did use this palette about 3 times this week actually, because I really wanted to give you an honest review and also show y'all how I used it. So this is basically what I would do in a week. I would color correct my dark spots. Like I said, the color corrector is good. I used the concealer actually underneath my eyebrows, so I wanted to save that for the end. So I actually like it. I feel like it made it pop subtly but also look blended, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it did its job, let me just say that. I did use the highlighter this week, y'all, and for some reason I thought maybe because I'm on camera maybe it'll work this time. Still didn't do it. I mean, I don't really know what to say. They kind of missed me with that one. But as far as the other two things, they did a good job. Alright guys, so that is my demo review of the Maybelline color correcting palette. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you like reviews and if you want me to start doing this more. Actually, I'm trying to get more into the beauty aspect of my channel, so I would love to show y'all more looks. So let me know in the comments if that's what you want to see. Also, subscribe if you haven't. But without further ado, we're not hopping into anything, we're leaving. I'm sorry, this is the end of the video, so I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye!